Annie Leblanc, Addison Rae, Ariana Grande, Camila Cabello, and Shawn Mendes all showed their support for the Black Lives Matter movement, and we have all the details. I'm Gabby Conti.
I'm Jana Rosenberg, and this is your 24/7 celebrity news. Recently, cities across the country showed their support for the Black Lives Matter movement. Peaceful protests showed their outrage over the death of George Floyd, one of many unarmed black men who has unjustly been murdered in this country. Celebrities used their platforms and voices to help raise awareness to this injustice, and some even joined in these protests. Annie Leblanc shared a post on Instagram of a picture of a billboard with the names of many black people who have been unjustly killed, along with the caption, #Black Lives Matter, #Justice for George Floyd.
I think it's so great that celebrities are using their platform for this right now. I mean, there's been a lot of stuff on social media. There was Blackout Tuesday, which is just to mute your voices so those of people who are black can say their story, say their side. And to realize that this is not the time to post selfies. This is not the time to show off your dinner or what you're eating. This is the time to really use social media for good. And I think it's great that Annie and others have been doing that. And Addison Rae also showed her support on Instagram with a picture of a protest and a Benjamin Franklin quote saying, "Justice will not be served until those who are unaffected are as outraged as those who are." In her caption, Addison reminded her followers how important it is to come together right now and use their voices for change. Addison also stayed active on Twitter with resources for numbers her followers can call if any unlawful arrests are happening, as well as reminding her fans to stay safe if they're protesting, which is literally the number one rule. If you are out there, if you are protesting, you have to stay safe for yourself and others.
Absolutely. On social media, there's a lot of lists of things to bring, things to not bring, ways to stay safe, and all of that good stuff. So make sure you're paying attention to that for sure.
Exactly. And if you're not protesting, there's other ways to make your voice heard by donating, by educating yourself, by having conversations with people who maybe don't realize how important this movement is. Anything like that really does help during this time, for sure.
Absolutely. Our favorite quarantine couple, Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello, switched up their usual empty coffee cup stroll to protest together in the city of Miami. A fan on Twitter caught the two wearing masks and holding signs. In Los Angeles, Halsey was part of the peaceful protest, which did become violent from the police force. Halsey documented on Twitter that the police were firing rubber bullets into the crowd she was part of, even though they had their hands up and were not crossing the line.
And I think that the heart of the Black Lives Matter movement is on TV you might be seeing that all these protests are really violent and things are being properties being destroyed and being looted, but I think a majority of the people involved in this movement, that's not what they're here for.
Absolutely
they're
not.
There for peace, they're singing, they're chanting, they don't want to be harmed by officers, and that is really the problem that is happening, is how violent police are across the country. People have been dying, black people have been dying in our country forever, unjustly, and they didn't deserve, George Floyd did not deserve to die. Many other black people have been, shot by police, unarmed. They do not deserve to die. So I do think it's good that we're finally, collectively as a country, addressing this and hoping for change.
Powerful time.
It is, it really is. So Ariana Grande was also protesting in Los Angeles. Despite the destruction and looting on the streets of West Hollywood throughout Beverly Hills, Ariana shared her peaceful experience on Twitter by tweeting hours and miles of peaceful protesting yesterday that got little to no coverage. All throughout Beverly Hills and West Hollywood, we chanted, people beeped and cheered along. We were passionate, we were loud, we were loving. Cover this too, please. While Riverdale star Cole Sprouse had a vastly different experience, as he was one of many who got arrested across town in Santa Monica, but Cole posted on his Instagram begging the media to not make this protest and arrest about him, and instead to focus on the message of this movement, Black Lives Matter, which is very, very true.
Very true and very classy, Cole Sprouse, per usual. Love that guy. He is just the best.
He is the best. But I mean, it's crazy because what Ariana was sharing is what I also saw my friends who were protesting on their Instagram stories. I saw a peaceful protest. I didn't see any people, smashing windows and looting. That wasn't part of their protest. So I think it's great that Ariana was using her platform to kind of almost be the media in that case and to show them, hey, look, I'm going to show my millions of followers what I see.
Kevin Hart just actually made a beautiful Instagram IGTV post on his feed about kind of how the media can really change the script, flip the script.
It's all about perspective and the angle. So keep that in mind as you're watching the news and as you are going through social media.
Definitely. So how are you guys showing your support for Black Lives Matter? Are you donating? Are you peacefully protesting? Please let us know. We want to be a part of the conversation. I'm Jana Rosenberg.
I'm Gabby Conti, and follow us at Hollywire for your 24/7 celebrity news.